is October 29th. It is real cold this morning, second morning of a cold front. Bucks have been chasing like crazy this morning. I've been in the stand and set since about a half hour to 45 minutes before daylight, before legal shoot. And I've had deer around me all morning, running around, bucks chasing does, deer snorting, way out, not at me. I just had a small 6-point chasing a doe about 45 yards out. I think there's a deer about 5 yards behind me bedded down because I heard something walk in the dark, and I haven't heard it since, and it didn't leave. I could cry right now. I really could. This season has been such a kick in my ass. This season has been horrible, yet amazing at the same time. I just had what would have been the biggest buck of my life at 20 yards with no shot for about 5 minutes. I can't shoot over there because there's a branch right here. And naturally that's where he went to. He went to over there. And I can't shoot that way because of this branch. And then he came in front of me, and I thought for sure he was going to give me a shot and keep coming to my main shooting lane at 20 or 30 yards. And he hung up in the brush right out there. And I have a shooting lane into the brush, just one, at 35 yards. And I thought he'd walk into that. And I got ready, but he didn't. He kept close to the edge, and I saw where he was going to walk back, and I drew back. And when he walked through, I could see all the branches between me and him, and there was just no shot. The last time that buck was was in this property was last Saturday. Oh, well, during daylight anyway. And he came down the back, chased the doe across the creek, and walked straight back. That's what I was set up to capitalize on. I was set up to capitalize on him coming back this way. Oh, buck coming. Switch stands. I'm now where I should have been earlier this morning, which is about 20 yards farther up. This morning, all the deer that I wanted to shoot hung out right in here. This is actually the same tree I shot my buck out of last year. And there's a doe bedded about 85 yards up from me right now. So hopefully that buck comes back and pushes her back down here yet again and finally gives me a shot. The second time he came down, the doe stepped into a shooting lane and he didn't. So the trials of this season continue, but we're gonna see what we can do. jaws of his release because it was really frayed, and we couldn't find the arrow. But he watched it sail over the buck's back like a considerable distance. I'm sitting in the stand, and I look down, and like half underneath the grass, I see his arrow from that miss. It's kind of funny, actually. It's 10 yards in front of me. for a long time. She never actually gave me a shot. I thought she was gonna come over to one of my shooting lanes, but she actually went out then and started wrapping around, changed her mind, and went back in towards the thick stuff. So, but I'm not gonna lie, I was planning on shooting her. It's October 29th. I don't have a whitetail yet this year, and it wasn't too hard to talk myself into, okay, if she gives me a shot, I'm gonna take it. Been having a real frustrating year, and kinda just need one to get the monkey off my back. thing I didn't know was that a second deer came in, which was Mom. I didn't realize Mom came in. Otherwise, I would have held out for her. But first one of the year down, got the monkey off my back, and now I feel way better about this season. Awesome. So like I was saying before she came in, I've been having a real frustrating year. I've passed on a lot of deer that size this year, but it just hasn't come together on adult deer. And it's October 30th. The rut's starting, so I kind of don't want to take out an adult doe. Just because, in a week and a half, 2 weeks, she's going to be pulling bucks through this property. So, when that little one came in, I saw it was a doe, not a button buck, and I'm out of burger meat, and you know what? That whole deer is getting turned into burger and jerky and whatever else I want to turn it into, because I mix with pork anyway, so even though it's not a big deer, I'll end up getting 30 pounds of meat out of it. Yeah, I'm just glad to get that monkey off my back and get a deer down. It's a good deer to take this time of year. You're not hitting the soon-to-be hot does, and she's not in the breeding pool yet, so...
Alright guys, this is about as good of light as I'm going to be able to get by myself here tonight. First whitetail deer of 2022. It is October 29th. It's been a long season. It's been a difficult season. And I'm glad to finally have some meat in the freezer. But I'm not going to lie, this is definitely the smallest deer I've ever shot. This is definitely the smallest whitetail I've ever shot. It's roughly the size of my second Sika deer last year, which Sika deer grow like a full-grown big stag is like 120 pounds. So those deer are just smaller to begin with, and she's about the size of one of my Sika from last year. So I'm happy for the meat. It's awesome to be on the board. I feel like I got the monkey off my back for this season. Tomorrow I'm meeting up with a coworker. We're going to head down to Maryland and try and get a doe or a buck down in Maryland. And then Monday we're back up here in Pennsylvania, and hopefully I can get another crack at that 7-point that came by earlier today. But in the meantime, thank you guys for watching. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, follow us on social media. Our goal is 2,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. Help me reach that, please.